Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me here on Straight to the Points. I'm your host, Stiletto Supermom, and I wanted to share a couple stories with you. I know this will probably go up right before your working week. However, these are important. So let's talk about in Kingston. Last Thursday in Kingston, Ontario, there was a stabbing by a 22-year-old man. He began stabbing a 40-year-old man on the streets of Queen and Bagot. And it was Thursday around 2 p.m. The 40-year-old man succumbed to the injuries he sustained during the attack. Kingston police then arrived and saw the 22-year-old attacking another individual who Kingston police have now identified as an 85-year-old man, and he did survive the attack. This is when the police intervened and shot the man. And soon afterward, the 22-year-old man started harming himself. So not only was he going around stabbing people, but the cops were warning him as such, get on the ground, etc., etc., and he began stabbing himself as well. The man was then pronounced dead at the scene. The special investigation unit there's 3 forensic investigators who have been assigned to this incident. Pardon me. The post-mortem for the deceased suspect will take place on Friday in Kingston. So far, the second victim, an 85-year-old man, his status is unclear. There's a witness that saw the whole thing and was yelling, please stop. Please just stop. There are videos of this. You can search that on the special web. And, it was pretty brutal. I watched this video, and I saw this guy completely going nuts. And he wasn't, we're not talking about, little mini, what are they called? Paring knives. We're talking about a knife. And he just ran around just randomly slicing people. And this lady, she was wearing a white jacket, she just ducked out of the way. It was pretty incredible. And so while that was going on, in my hometown of London, Ontario, on Friday, there was another stabbing. And this is with a man who is now 62 years old. His name is Ernest Guittare. And he has been doing they call it an aggregate sentence of approximately 23 years. So I'm guessing, he had to be shipped off to different either provinces or different cities in order to do his time. So you can understand this is going back, they say, since 1985. And he was doing break and enter, armed robbery, and assault. 2 years after his release from the, I think it was a New Brunswick jail, he ended up stabbing somebody. And they did say, the police did say that there was a warning that he would be in the area, and it was publicized in newspapers or media or what have you. However, he was back in my hometown, back in Ontario, and he ended up stabbing someone. So they actually did say that he does know who these people are, he does know the man that he did stab. So, I don't know what it is, what happened, but, things have been really weird. There's a lot of stabbings going on. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. And, thank goodness the full moon is, away, gone. So while there's stabbings going on, there's also 1,000 salmon, 1,000 have escaped a farm near the Canada and U.S. border. Now, what we have to remember is that Atlantic salmon to the U.S. is considered an endangered species. Let me just get that straight. Is that an endangered? Yeah. And it's protected under the Endangered Species Act. Now, we do have in Canada, on the coast there, some salmon farms, fish farms. That's what I'm trying to get out. And they do spawn, etc., etc. Now, unfortunately, a few of the salmon have escaped, and have gotten into where the Atlantic salmon are. And, they have been completely transparent. The farm was saying, hey, they're being completely transparent that they're trying to scoop up the rest of their fish that did escape. And, okay, first of all, let's talk about this. If it's in a farm, a fish farm, and, it's waters, you can't really board it up or anything, and the salmon escape. It's like, whoa, man, like the salmon, are they really endangered? Like, I don't understand why they're keeping them away from the salmon, the Atlantic salmon. Like, wouldn't that help produce? I don't know. Is there a big difference between Canadian salmon and those salmon? They're both from the Atlantic. I don't get it. So anyway, the spawning between the wild and escaped salmon can also produce maladapted offspring. This is what they're saying, that jeopardize the population at large. Really, it's really not that okay. So anyway, there's a reason. That's why they're being completely transparent about the escapes and how they escaped, and they are guaranteeing that however they escaped, walls, nets. I have no idea how these work out, but they guarantee that it would never happen again. Again, we can't guarantee that. They're fish, for goodness sakes. Okay, the escaped fish are dangerous to wild salmon because they carry dangerous viruses and parasites. I mean, if they do, then why are we eating them? I don't know, guys. I feel this is a little bit shady. There's a lot of loosened up ties that don't make any sense. So, Neville Crabb, spokesperson for the Federation, this is the Atlantic Salmon Federation, that is advocating for their preservation. So he had some very choice words that I thought was very interesting. He has said, as long as the fish are contained, they are the responsibility of the corporation. In the wild, they are the responsibility of no one. This is what he said. And I'm thinking, that's pretty amazing. Like, you can't stop nature. Maybe these accidents happen for a reason. These are what I think. These quote unquote accidents. If they're endangered, I feel like, we just got to mesh them together. The healthiest survive. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday or Monday, whenever you decide to listen to this. But I've been doing some more radio and some more research on which radio station or where I'm going to be getting my radio station out there. So I wanted to introduce you guys to where I'm at. Again, my name is Stiletto Supermom. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, all the things. And make sure you join me here on Straight to the Points with Stiletto. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.